There we go, and we're live and we're off and running. Hi, I'm Bradley Chapman, and good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Thank you for joining. We're just waiting for the Facebook audience to build. So today we're going to be broadcasting and talking about being able to speak in public. What does it mean to you? What would you like to convey? And how will it change the way that you feel when you can stand up and talk from your heart? So as the audience is building, please, as always, please do share the broadcast, invite friends in that you feel could benefit from the broadcast. Umar's online from the United Kingdom. Thanks for joining, Umar. As more people come online and we start the broadcast and we start engaging, we're going to be talking about public speaking. We're going to be talking about different aspects of public speaking, whether that be somebody that's looking to speak in public for the first time, whether you are a professional public speaker. We're going to hopefully get lots of different views from different people as we're talking during this live. So once again, we're talking about being able to speak in public, what it means to you, what you'd like to convey when you're speaking in public, how will it change the way that you feel, and you know, when you can stand up and you can speak from your heart, you can talk from your heart. You know, how does that impact you? How does it affect you? As always, during the broadcast, please do write a comment, introduce yourself, let us know where you're coming from, let us know what business you're involved in, and share and engage. I always say now when I'm doing my broadcast that the world is smaller than you think, and indeed it is. The world is such a small place. In fact, it's a tiny, tiny place, and together we've got a greater level of connectivity, a greater level of discussion. And ultimately, we've got a greater level of understanding and sharing each other's knowledges. So we're talking about public speaking. So, let's get into public speaking. For so many people, public speaking is their way of life. They've trained over years, excuse me, to take a drink of water before they speak. They've trained over years to, hi, Petrus Nell, how you doing? Petrus has joined us from South Africa, involved with Hilo. Yes, fantastic, Petrus. I've seen you on the Hilo broadcast. Welcome, my friend. Welcome from South Africa. Umar Hussain has joined us. Umar is a businessman from Essex. He owns Happy Cabs. I think, Petrus, also you do some coaching, don't you? Fair enough. So please do, as you're involved now, as we get into the live, introduce yourself. Share your love, share your wisdom. Let's get involved. Marina Nani's just joined us. Marina, please post a comment. Marina Nani is the founder of Radio Works. We'll be talking about Radio Works in just a short moment, a platform where you can speak on stage and learn to grow and develop your speaking skills. So please do introduce yourself. So public speaking, Petrus is saying, thank you so much. Petrus, it's a pleasure. We're all about sharing and caring here on this live and bringing people together, learning together as a collective. So whether you're a public speaker, it could be your way of life. You could be one of the most higher profile international public speakers. It may well be you're coming online for the first time and you're thinking about going into public speaking. You're thinking about getting up on stage. You've got a burning story that's inside yourself and you want to share that story. So during this discussion, we're going to cover all those different emotions of what you're going to feel if you want to engage in public speaking. Now, the only way you can put a shout out to the universe is to say something like, I want to get better at public speaking. I want to share my message on a stage. I want to share myself with an audience. But maybe if you're starting out for the first time in public speaking, maybe you'll have a little bit of fear. Now, let me just relax you a little bit. Umar is saying that public speaking was a fear at first time, and now I'm used to it, but it needs improving. Well done. Bless you, Umar, for saying that. We all learn every single day. The more we apply ourselves, the better we get. So do you want to become a more experienced and confident public speaker? Marina Nani's posted a comment saying the stage is where the magic happens. For you and the audience, it's your moral duty to broadcast your passion. You are stardust. Marina, please put a link in the comment thread. Share the links for Make the News London, where individuals can come and they can speak on stage for the first time under your own love and your own stardust. So whether you're a public speaker speaking for the first time or you want to grow, let me just start by telling you, everybody will be nervous. You'll have a little bit of nerves that's going to come across you. When the nerves come across you, it's at that point that people confuse adrenaline with fear. So many people think that those nerves is coming across you is nerves. It's not. It's your adrenaline gearing up in your body, as mine is now running through my body. It's that adrenaline which is inside of you that says to you, actually, you can do something. You are worthy. You can share a story. You can be a great public speaker. And then you think the fear sets in. It's not fear. What happens is, as you think about broadcasting your message, the first thing that actually happens is you start thinking about what other people are going to think of you when you speak. You start thinking about, what are they going to think about how I'm coming across? Is my content going to be engaging? Am I going to be able to deliver the real me? Are they going to like what I say? But the whole point is this: like any journey, if you're starting out and you want to become a public speaker, then where do we all start? Every single expert was once a novice. We must accept that, first of all. Do you understand that if you're starting out in public speaking, that you're a novice? If you was a racing driver, would you start driving in a go-kart to learn? Or would you jump straight into a Formula One racing car? I love the analogy because it's rhetorical. We know we've got to start in a go-kart. So if you're just joining me for the first time, Marina's just posted, Radio Works Broadcast Your Passion. Look at the link there. That's a place you can go to share your story on stage. It's in London at the Crown Plaza Battersea. I was there last night and watched some amazing people sharing their stories. It's a great place to go. So mark a note in your diary for next time. That's where you can go and learn to speak. We've just got Eula Clark coming online. Guys, please introduce yourself. Make a comment in the thread, because if you don't engage and make a comment in the thread, you're not actually going to say to the universe, I want to become a better speaker. I want to grow my skill as a speaker. I want to become more aligned and in tune with myself and my story. Sean Mulrooney's online. Sean Mulrooney is online from America, Missouri. My second twin, my first business brother, where we're twinning together with businesses in Missouri and in London in the UK. And Sean says you don't have to be perfect to inspire others. You just have to show others how you deal with your imperfections. I'm going to pin that comment because that is absolutely so true. So when we first start, Eula saying, yes, Bradley, and Eula saying, hi, Sean. Eula, post a link, please, in the thread. Share who you are and what you're doing. Don't be afraid to share. This live broadcast is to help you become a better public speaker. This is to help you have the confidence, and I'm going to share with you my key tips in just a moment, how you can get your confidence and you can take it and you can go to stardom in terms of having the ability, the courage and the confidence to step up to the microphone. The image that I shared just before I went live was about don't be afraid of the mic. Well, here it is. Here's the microphone. I'm not afraid of the microphone, but there was a time when I was. I'm still learning and I'm still developing. So we have to first understand, as Sean says, and you're right, Sean, meet Eula Clark. Eula's an amazing lady. As we first start out public speaking, you may think about, what am I going to say? How am I going to come across? How are people going to receive me? Rule number one of my tip is this. So Eula Clark's just posted, total life changes. Have a look at Eula Clark's website. Explore. The world is smaller than we think. We can come together. Tip number one for public speaking. Do not be afraid. Use that adrenaline that's running through your body. So I've got something in my eye here. Use that adrenaline that's running through your body to say, I have a story, I have a passion. Rule number two, stay as close as you can to the authentic you. Stay as close as you can to being the real you that you can be, because you'll have a natural attraction of the audience that will want to listen to what you're saying. They may also resonate with the subject that you're going to talk about. Number three, what is your subject that you're going to speak about? What is the subject? How are you laying out that subject for people to be attracted to want to come on a live call, to listen to you and to share their thoughts and feelings with you? So mine was being able to speak in public. What does it mean to you? What would you like to convey? And how will it change the way that you feel when you can stand up and talk from your heart? So let's talk about number four, talking from your heart. When you talk from your heart, and in today's world, we have to be more congruent with our values, and we can appreciate other people's values. There are so many people out there that give a message without it being sincere, what I call fake sincerity, which isn't real sincerity. It isn't coming from the heart. It isn't something you're delivering that people can actually say, I like this lady, I'm connecting with her. I like this man, or I like this young person, this young adult, or I like this very mature silver surfer. They've experienced life. So think about speaking from your heart and sharing your story. So what we're up to now is that tip 4 or 5. Tip number 5, just do it. Just do it. Don't be afraid. Just do it. Let me explain to you how you can go live right now on Facebook. All you need is a laptop. All you need is your timeline. You get the go live button. You create a subject that you want to talk about. Eventually get yourself a decent microphone or a reasonable webcam that can look in the background, and then talk from your heart. That's all I do. I don't think about the different subjects I want to talk about. I just go from it. Now, public speaking, number 6. Think about your audience. Think about who you're looking to engage and why you're looking to engage. And of course, how's it going to make you feel? Now, when you first start public speaking, when you first start out, do you know what your audience is going to be? The people that's going to be listening to you, it's going to be a big fat 0. Now, the psychology behind talking on Facebook Live, for example, is you want people to interact. You want to see that number going up. Right now, there's 9 or 10 people watching currently live continuously, but you'll see from the posts and the threads, if you engage people and ask them to share what they want to experience, then they'll engage with you. For example, Umar's just said, public speaking, I'm a shy person sometimes, but I overcome after my second public speaking. Absolutely fantastic. And Umar's learning and developing to speak in public. Sean, as we know, Sean's been speaking in public for a while now, and many people that's been listening has been speaking in public for a while. But what if you want your public speaking to go somewhere? What if you want your public speaking to grow? I know personally I do. So how do you build your credibility, and where have you come from? Start on your Facebook channel. Start there. Start talking. You will hone your skills and you will get better. And we have to appreciate that public speaking is not something that you're just going to come out of the gates and you're going to win your first race and you're going to execute it perfectly and people are going to take great takeaway value. You will not. You'll crash and burn. You'll have audiences where you go live and they're not listening to you. I'll tell you a story about one of my first lives when I transitioned. I spoke on stage at the British Library in London, at business startups, at entrepreneur schools, at Radio Works, and I love speaking in public. And when I speak in public, my dynamic is very different when I'm speaking online. So let me tell you a story. About 18 months ago, I'd gone for a massive transitional shift in myself, and I wanted to get back to broadcasting. As some as you know, I'm an experienced journalist, and I published a business magazine before and interviewed loads of really great people, but I never had the technology that we've got today. Today you can go live and you can speak to people all around the world. Eula Clark is saying, so true, it took me some time to get used to it. It's like anything. Marina Nile is saying, Umar's saying you are an inspiration. Bless you, brother. Umar was speaking at Radio Works in London. That's where he'd done his inaugural presentation. He had 2 minutes and he was absolutely panicking. He's been back there 4 times since, and we was again there last night. We had a very busy night last night at Radio Works. There were so many people that wanted to speak on stage that we just couldn't get everybody on. But next time there's another event coming up, please do post the link if you got that, Marina, for the next event. Now, so listen, I let me tell you this story because, you know, everybody thinks that, well, you know, what do people think of me? What's going to happen? So I started broadcasting about 18 months ago. True story, right? True story. I'm in my conservatory at the back of my house, and I've got this board, and I printed out some A4, some A4 printouts, and I was glued some stuff on this little wooden board that I'd created, and the board was behind me, and I decided I want to go live, and I said to my Jojo, I'm going to test some Facebook Lives. The first night I went live, the lighting was so bad people couldn't see me. The second live I did, and this was via YouTube as well, the second night time I went live, people couldn't hear me. The third time I went live, the broadband crashed and people couldn't see me. And the fourth time I went live, the board fell down and hit me on the head. And then someone sent me a message saying, call yourself a business coach. You know, you say that you're a professional business coach, your background's crap and your internet's crap and we can't hear you. You know, time to go back to the drawing board, boy, and sort yourself out. The whole point being is this, and if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see all my previous videos. It shows the background, and I never want to delete those because one, my next step, step 6 is this. My tip 6 is remember where you come from to appreciate where you're going to. Because unless you can accept yourself that you are once somebody that's starting out public speaking, how can you ever look back and laugh at yourself with gratitude to say, I had the courage to start that. I had the courage to go live when my broadband wasn't working, where my value of my speech wasn't that great, where actually, you know, I couldn't deliver. You have this inside yourself to accept that we're going to be a beginner to be able to get to an expert. I'm no different to you. Crystal Day Chief is saying, oh, hey, okay, public speaking to me means being a voice for people who may not be able to be that voice or get that issue heard. It means being an advocate and an inspiration. Crystal Day Chief, that is beautiful. That is just beautiful diamond this in itself. We are the ambassadors of voice that help other people to become better. And the people that's further down the line that are speaking on stage, that are getting booked to go to audiences, that are inspiring people, they're slightly ahead in the journey, but we can appreciate that because we know when we start at the bottom what it takes to get to the top. We've just been joined as well by Greta Johnson. Greta, you're an angel. Public speaking is something we're working on together. Stand by. Greta Johnson's going to be interviewed on the Diamond Experience and on the Diamond Show as part of Radio Works broadcasting platform, and we're going to get her exposed, and she's going to be overcoming her fear of public speaking, and trust me, she's going to be awesome. My dear brother, author Sherry from India. Sherry is one of the most motivated, inspirational and heart-centered people that you're going to meet. He's just launched his new book. It's called, Unleash Your Hidden Potential? Forgive me if I got the title wrong, Sherry. He is an inspiration and a motivation. He's public speaking. He's in India. He's taken the world by storm. I'm so proud of you, brother, and so pleased to be connected with you. It's a very humbling experience. So let's just recap. Being able to speak in public, what does it mean to you? Crystal Day Chief has just said exactly what it means to her. She's also said, yes, to be happy with who you are. Don't worry what others think. That's public speaking. 100%. You will grow. I'm going to pin that comment right now. That's absolutely beautiful. So let's just think about it. What does it mean to you? So let's go into that a little bit. Let's say, for example, you've had a life experience that's hurt you, that's something from your childhood or something in your young adult life or your business, and you've experienced something really painful, right? Now, I know how that feels like, and if you can resonate with pain and you can resonate with trauma, share that on the timeline. I can resonate with trauma. I've experienced lots of trauma in my life, but it's taught me to become a better person. Some of the traumas in my life were down to me making bad decisions, wrong places, wrong time, wrong people. Some of the things were outside of my control. But ultimately, that will shape the story of what's in your heart. So when we talk about what does it mean to you to speak in public, please share that with me. Share with the audience. What does it mean to you? For me personally, to be able to speak in public, it sets me free. Do you know, it sets me free because I get an opportunity to say how I'm feeling, to share that with people, to invite people into a group of people that want to share with each other's love and experiences that will only lift other people higher. There are so many people that will want to tear you down and tread on your dream. Get them out of your life. And focus on people going to lift you up and appreciate you for trying. Appreciate you for trying something and falling over, you know, dusting yourself down and getting back up again. So for me, that's what it means. What does it mean for you? What does it mean for you? Eula Clark is saying it's sharing and motivation for others. It's just so true. It's absolutely true. You're sharing and motivating for others. So if you want to speak in public, if you want to grow, the first thing we want to do is we want to not confuse, fear as opposed to adrenaline. Your adrenaline is what helps you. It's like going on a bungee jump and having a bungee thing tied to your legs, and you're up there, and it's the moment you decide to jump, the moment you decide to take that fall and to trust in what's going to happen. You've got to trust the rope that it's going to make you bounce back up. Public speaking, trust in yourself, trust in your audience, trust in your ability to deliver. Understand that you will get better and better and better every single time you step up to the mic. When you do step up to the mic, get people around you that's going to say to you, bloody marvellous, Johnny, that was such a great and inspiring your first speech. I'm so proud of you. I'm so humbled that you've been able to share your story. Give them a cuddle, give them a hug and say, well done. There's going to be plenty of people that want to criticize you for not getting it quite right. Listen, your friends can criticize you publicly and you can grow and get better. But everybody when they first start public speaking needs encouragement. They need love. They need support and understanding, because the emotions that they're going through, they're thinking, how does the public think about me? Am I coming across delivering value? Do I stutter? Do I shake and shiver? Do I feel confident? All these things we can work on with public speaking together as a united team to get stronger, faster, more effective and more efficient at public speaking. Marina's saying the stage is where the magic happens and broadcast your passion. Oh, hang on, I've got that one, Marina. Hold on, I've got to scroll down. There's so many comments here. So let me have the link, please. Also, Eula's saying about a book. Eula's asking for a link for Umasain, I think. And Petrus is saying it's taking him some time. And yes, still get nervous the first 5 minutes. Petrus, you absolutely do. Sherry, thanks for saying proud of you, Bradley. You are such a giver. And where are we now? So we got God blimey, there's so many comments there. There you go. So Crystal Dayshiva saying another thing with public speaking is you don't have to be afraid to share your ideas. You never know when you inspire change. Again, that's beautiful. Petrus now is saying, I would love to speak more. Petrus, so would I, brother. Let's share that message. I sent the message out to the university the other night. I want to speak more in public. It's okay to say that. Don't be afraid. Let's say it together. I want to become a better public speaker. I want to become more engaging. I want to become more exciting. I want to be able to pull from my heart at any time in the library of my life a subject and a topic to deliver to you. I love doing that. For me, I've learned of my life in my head. And this is another tip for you. Sit there patiently for just 1 second and just close your eyes. I'm going to do it now. Just close your eyes and think about your life. Think about the different jobs you've had. Think about the different life's experiences, good and bad. Think about your friends, your family, your loved ones. Think about how you feel when you're in love. I'm thinking about this right now with my eyes closed, but I'm going to open my eyes right now. When you do that and you visualize your own life and your own life's experiences, and you almost put a picture in your mind and go back to that moment, guess what? That's what we call the public speaking Rolodex of give me a topic, get up and go. So I can go bang, 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 bang in my life's Rolodex, and I can pull out an image, and then we can talk about that. Now, if any of you want to give me a challenge, because I'd like to give you a challenge, what is the thing in your mind? If someone said to you, right, pull out something and speak about it now, could you do it? Have you got your mind into a place where you can pull the Rolodex of your life out and you can start talking about public speaking? You can, and you can do it. I urge you to start public speaking and to be happy. Crystal Day Sheep is saying, yes, be happy with who you are. Don't worry what others think. That's public speaking. It's so true. Just engage your audience and have fun, because you never know. You never know when you're going to reach somebody. You never know when somebody's going to say, I love what this person's doing. If you like what I'm doing right now, share, care and love. Share the post, share the attitude, share the gratitude, because I absolutely want to do the same for you. If you're going to go online and you want to speak about something, then tag me in to let me know you're going live. Let me know you're going to be going live. Tag me in. I don't mind. And I'll join that conversation with you. I'll help you. I'll lift you up. I'll support you. I love public speaking, and I love helping people to grow with public speaking. And I know there's many people online right now that's contributing in the thread that want to help people with public speaking. So there's so many places that we can go and we can learn and we can grow. So why don't we do something right now? Why don't we ask whoever's listening to post a thread in the comment box and say, either I want to become a public speaker and this is what I want to talk about, this is one of my subjects, or I am a public speaker and this is one of my subjects. So I'm going to post a comment in the comment box right now. I'm going to ask you guys to do the same. Post a comment in this. We're going to either say, I am a public speaker and this is what I want to deliver, or I'd love to be public speaking and this is my subject. So think about that for a moment. I'm going to type now, I am a public speaker and I would like to talk about I would like to talk about overcoming the fear of not doing what we should. Lovely. There we go. I am a public speaker and I would like to talk about overcoming the fear of not doing what we should. There you go. I put the comment up. So Eula Clark saying, I am a public speaker and I speak about my journey. But Eula Clark, let's go deeper than that. Tell me exactly the thing that you'd like to deliver. So if I was saying to you, right, I've got a gig right now and I'm looking for speakers. I understand we've all got a journey. I know we've all got a journey, right? But I'm asking you to pull one specific thing, focus on one specific thing in your mind right now and say, this is what I want to talk about. So I've said that I want to talk about the overcoming the fear of not doing what we should. Think about that title because everybody wants to talk about a journey. We're all talking about a journey. Tell me something about Eula Clark that's going to really hit me. Really hit me, that's going to make me feel that actually that's what you want to do. Just looking down to the comments, my health journey. Okay, so your health journey, beautiful. So you want to talk about your journey of health. Now put that into a sentence where it's going to captivate people. What is it about health? What sort of people you want to draw into that public speaking engagement? Crystal Day Chief is saying, I'm a public speaker and I currently speaking on the topic of head lice. Is that head lice? Head lice in children, especially mine being, is it head lice? Bullied over the 2 years by a school district trying to bring a change to my kids can attend school in a safe and caring environment. Beautiful. What a subject that is, bullying at school. I know Sabrina Ben Salmi, which is part of Radio Works World Network, and Marina Nani also talks about bullying, and that is a fantastic subject. Why should our children get bullied at school? That's a speech that I want to listen to, Crystal Day Chief, because my children, my girls are 13 and 12 at senior school. I'd listen to that because I know my youngest Molly had an issue about a year and a half ago. Many kids experience this in school. I had experience with someone who tried to bully me in school. And this is what happened, right? This guy was bullying me and I was getting really angry to one point, and I'm sorry about this. He bullied me. And then one day in the classroom, I got up and should I say this? Yeah, I defended myself with this guy. The guy never bullied me again. Never bullied me again because I took away the empowerment he felt he had over me. And then after that, actually, he became my friend. So bullying, what an amazing subject. So speaking in public, let's just recap. Being able to speak in public, what does it mean to you? What would you like to convey and how will it change the way that you feel? When you can stand up and talk from your heart. When you share a real life story, it's so passionate, it's so real, it's so engaging that people want to listen to more. So let me share a story with you. Let me share something that maybe it would engage you to want to know more. So let me share you a story. I've never shared this publicly. I've never ever shared this story publicly, but I'm going to tell you. So I get up in the morning and I go to work. I go to work for a company where I'm a consultant and a business growth specialist. In this particular company, the two directors, after 6 months of my engagement, weren't getting on. And they decided that they wanted to break up. I was called to a meeting in a hotel at 9 a.m. in the morning at the Holiday Inn. I met the two directors and they said to me that they're going to be breaking up from their business. I couldn't believe it. Not only did I help them build their business, but they were starting to break up. And now I thought, what am I going to do? I've helped them build a team of about 250 people at that stage, and now I'd have to divide it and help these two teams to separate. The company separated, and now I'm managing and looking after two different directors in two different teams, in two different buildings, and it's one of the toughest things of my life. One of the directors was approached by a firm of not very nice people. One thing led to another, and I was approached by this firm from the outside to join their company. And I said no, because I'm always loyal to the consultant or the clients I'm working with. So they tried to poach me out of the business, not because of any other reason. They wanted the team that I built for this other company, and I said no. I wake up in the morning, it's 5 a.m., I get ready for work. I get into my car as usual to go down to the company. I put my suit on and I get in my Jeep. I arrive at the car park at work. And this morning I knew something wasn't quite right. I turned down this team of not very nice people to go and work for them. As I opened my car door, I got my laptop in my bag and put it over my shoulder and my jacket on. I started to walk forward in the car park and I noticed two people sitting in a car with hoods pulled over their head. Inside my body, I knew that something wasn't right. And having worked in London street markets since a young kid, I'm very aware of thieves, of robbers, and people that have a dark side to their heart. So I felt a darkness, but I didn't act. I started walking through the car park, and I saw these two guys looking at me in hoods. I knew they were there to attack me. As I walked through the car park, one guy got out of a car and went one way. Another guy got out of the car and come towards me. The most shocking thing I ever experienced was that I saw a crowbar inside of his arm. I knew at that moment that I was going to be attacked by two people. Not attacked for any other reason that I stood on my loyalty to a company I was working for. At that moment, my mind was thinking, I can see the guy with a crowbar. I'm ready for him. But where's the guy that I can't see? I thought someone was going to come up behind me and stab me multiple times in my back. What was running through my head at that moment was just an outrageously scary thought. I was trying to stay aware. I was trying to protect myself and get ready for what I knew was coming. It was potentially one of the scariest moments in my life. I thought that they was coming to kill me, all because I wouldn't join their company out of loyalty and respect and integrity to the clients that I served. Within the next 10 to 15 seconds, one of the hooded guys come out from behind two wheelie bins, and I saw him lift up the crowbar, and he was running at me. I've got a crowbar in front of me with a hooded villain trying to attack me and break my legs. I've got a guy behind me. I don't know whether he's got a knife. I don't know what's going to happen. What happened next? So I'll leave you on that. And that is a very, very, very true story of something that happened to me. Lucky enough, I'm pleased to say I'm still here today. The God's blessed me on that day and I managed to protect myself. But that's a true story. So when you're speaking in public, if you can share something from your heart, if you can share something from your life that resonates with your audience, and you can call upon your Rolodex of experience to share an inspiring story or a story of fear and protection, a story of love, of inspiration, of moving people forward, whatever your story is. And by the way, I love empowering and inspiring people. And there's more to that story than you can possibly imagine what happened after that and what I had to do to protect myself and my family. All because I'm loyal to my clients, all because I'll never break a non-disclosure agreement, all because the loyalty inside me means more than any money in the world. So with your public speaking, think about your life, think about your experiences, call upon them, both good and bad, because they will come to serve you well when you're engaging and speaking in public. I'm going to leave you on one inspired story, and hopefully you can understand this one as well. I can remember going into a room full of people for a company I worked with in the property sector. I was 3 months as an interim within an international property company, and I was struggling. I was in trouble, and I went in for an interview. And I interviewed this guy. This guy interviewed me, and then he said to me, "Bradley, I want to do something with you. It's never been done before." I said, "What's that?" He said, "I want to take you into the team, and I want you to pitch to them why you should be the guy that comes on board to hold the sales team for the next 3 months while I travel abroad." I said, "Really? You want me to do that?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Come on, let's go." So we're walking through this building in London, and I've been tasked with looking after this team for 3 months. I hadn't been offered the contract yet. And I went into this team. I didn't even know them from Adam. But I knew the fact that if this guy was taking an interim to come in to help him hold his team, that he didn't have the trust of the people inside the team that existed for them to be him or them or her to be able to carry that team while he was away. So I knew he wanted someone of trust and strength. I went into this team and I got them all to stand around me. I'd never met them before. And I give them one of the most inspirational, encouraging, supportive speeches of my life. And they were just looking back at me like this. It was funny. So coincidentally, the director called me straight away and says, Bradley, I want you to start on Monday. And I did. And I went in there for 3 months. So use the stories of your life to be able to speak in public. Share the stories of your life. Call upon what's real inside you. And I promise you, when you speak, you'll be speaking not only from the heart, but from your experience. When you speak from experience, your audience engagement should be really, really fantastic. I'm just going to catch up on the messages. Eula saying, I'm ready for my book launch. She's saying, sharing the motivation of others is amazing. That Petrus is saying, wishes to speak more. What else we got? Sorry, I'm a public speaker. I'm speaking about my journey. Let me just catch up these messages here. Hold on 1 second. And Crystal saying, that's awesome. It's amazing what people can do if you give them a chance. She's also saying that one thing about public speaking is I say what's on my mind. Some people don't like it, but sometimes truth hurts. But changes can be made. It's getting the support and people to believe you in what you are promoting. And that's terrible good. You were safe and able to get out there on that situation. Yeah, I mean, look, it's a mixture. Eula Clark saying life skill developments for the community. Awesome, Eula. That's amazing stuff. Entrepreneurship, Eula, again, amazing. Recovering from diabetes and maintain. There you go, Eula, that's it. Recovering from diabetes and maintaining my weight. Absolutely awesome. I've got to speak to you about this Hilo product that I've taken on board as well, because that can be really something good for you as well. So I'll chat with you on that. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed for watching. I'm Bradley Chapman, and I hope you've enjoyed this this session, talking about being able to speak in public and what it means to you, what you'd like to convey, and how it changed the way that you feel when you speak from your heart. I wish you all every single success on your journey. I wish you every blessing, love, care, and happiness in your life and your journey. I'm sending out messages of love for all of us to the universe, for all of us to receive and have an abundant life, for us to be the truest version of ourselves we can be, to be congruent with our values. And my final statement, I guess, before I go tonight is this, that we all live in different parts of the world. Oh, there's so many hearts and lights going across the screen. I'm so humbled. That's touching. That is. Thank you so much. That's really, thank you. Bless you. So, when you move forward, 1, you're never going to be alone. 2, have the strength to be able to do it. 3, call upon your friends to support you. 4, show love, give love, share love. Talk from your heart. Call upon your Rolodex of the images of your life and share it. Start talking to the game. Together, we can all become awesome speakers. I'm working on something at the moment, which is, oh, these hearts are still going. That's so touching. That is really so touching. Bless you. Thank you. I love you all. The world is smaller than you think. And as we move forward together, who knows what's going to happen with this world platform of great speakers. We could be talking right now, and in just a few months, we could be great speakers speaking on stage together. Anything's possible. The world is smaller than you think. Get the world, hold it in your hand, embrace it, and let's go after the world and love it at the same time together, whilst we're creating abundance in our lives and being the truest version of ourselves. For me personally, the more closer I become to becoming true, thank you for that raft of love. Thank you, thank you. For me, the closer I become to becoming congruent with myself, the more effective I'm becoming. I hope that you're the same. And if you can teach me, please share a link with me. Let me listen to you, because your heart is what I'm listening to. Your heart is what I want to feel, as hopefully you felt mine today. God bless everybody. God bless you. Thank you for your comments. Please do like and share. Put links in the thread. Show your business. Show what you do. Be proud, but be authentic. And ask someone, how can I help you? So if you're stuck with public speaking and you want to speak to me, you're on Messenger, send me a message. Hi, Brad. What do you think about this? I don't charge people for talking to them. Share the love. Have a great afternoon, everybody. And thank you very much for your respect and your love today. God bless you. Be the best you can be wherever you are. Start today. Don't fear it. Adrenaline and fear. Don't confuse it. It's your adrenaline. Take the jump. You'll never regret it. God bless everybody. Love you all. Bye now.